Are League of Legends coaches a complete scam, or can they actually be useful? That's what I'll be talking about today. And I do just have to admit that I feel like I'm a little late to the party. There was a lot of drama in the past month or so around Nice and whether or not his credentials were accurate regarding the rank that he has achieved in League of Legends, as well as some debate about his prices being a little too high, stuff like that. But the reason that I wanted to talk about it today is because Nice has obviously been under some scrutiny for a while now, but also one of the top coaching people in the League of Legends community has also done some really disgusting things lately. And I'm talking about Cookie here. So this is no longer an option for coaching either. So with these people that have been well known coaches in the League of Legends community no longer being available because of really poor decisions they've made, or because they aren't really seen too well in the public eye right now, we're losing our options. But let's take a step back and kind of reflect, were they really all that necessary to begin with? That's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. Do you actually need coaching if you're looking to improve? Does it actually make a difference, or are people just charging you an arm and a leg for no reason at all? Well, I think that coaching actually is pretty good. I think that coaching can be really, really helpful if you're going to the right people, if they have the credentials to back up what they're talking about, whether or not that's their rank or how long they've been playing the game for and stuff like that. If they actually can provide something that's going to help you improve, not just going over the basics and stuff like that. Because if you are a beginner level player, if you're an entry level player, you probably shouldn't be getting coaching anyways. If you're at that level of playing the game, all you need to do is play the game more. It's just going to be a game that you learn the more you play it, the more experience you get to the game. But if you're maybe a player who's been playing the game for a few years now, if you're hard stuck at a certain rank, if you've played a couple hundred games into the season and you're still struggling, yeah, I think coaching could definitely be a good outlet. But I do think that there are a few steps that you should take before you get coaching. I don't think coaching is the ultimate, I need to improve. What is the only answer? I go to someone, I pay them money, they teach me how to get better at League of Legends. I don't think that is the answer. Some things that you can do instead before you get coaching to help yourself improve. Obviously, like I said, playing the game experience is going to be the most important thing. But some other things you could do include watching your own games. You'd be really, really surprised to see how many things you can notice when watching your own games. And that's important to say, because a lot of people that you'll be paying to coach you, they're going to be doing the same thing. They're just going to go back and watch your replays and point out some things that you did wrong. Now, obviously, when you're in game, when you're in the heat of the moment, it might be kind of hard to realize what it is exactly that you did wrong. I find myself in that situation all the time. I'll be playing a game, it'll be a 2v2 team fight in the lane phase. I'll lose the fight, and I'll be like, what did I actually do wrong there? It's important to try to learn from your mistakes, but sometimes things just happen so quick, right? Wait, did he land that ability on me? Did I sidestep? Did they burn summoner spells? Did I not ward? What exactly happened? So it can be hard to realize what went wrong in real time, but if you just go back and watch your own replay, you'll be able to notice a lot of the things that you did wrong, just like the coaches who you're paying money to are going to be noticed as well. Now, that's not me trying to say that if you watch your own replay, you'll be able to point out every single little thing that you did wrong and every single little thing that you can improve on, like some of these other coaches might be able to. And that's why, again, I do think coaching can be beneficial in the right circumstances, because some of these people have been playing the game for a long time, they've been at a high rank for a long time, and they coach for a living, right? So they know all these little things to be looking out for, and they can potentially point those out. But the first thing that you can do to help yourself improve, instead of just immediately going to someone for coaching, look at your own replays. Again, you'll be really, really surprised to see some of the mistakes that you're making. And in hindsight, you'll see, you know what, that was a really, really easy mistake that I could have prevented. And now I know what to do next game. And I just wasn't thinking during the game. But now I'm prepared and that mistake won't happen again. So that is one thing you could do. Another thing that you could do is just do the research, put in the time. A lot of people think that if they play the game, that's all that they need to do in order to improve. But that's not the case. This game has a lot of data and a lot of statistics available in lots of different outlets and websites. And you need to be able to use these to the best of your advantage to learn more and to help set yourself up for success, whether that be looking at builds or runes or champion win rates or champion matchups, stuff like that, patch notes, etc. The list goes on. So I pulled up a couple links here of websites that I personally use. LOL Analytics is a good one. It'll show you win rates. Personally, I like going to D2 Plus. That's where I feel like the best data is going to be available for win rates. You can kind of just sort it through here, look through high win rate champions. You could sort it by the rank. Of course, it is important to also look at the pick rate. So obviously, it shows like LeBlanc support with the 58% win rate. That's not all too accurate because it has such a low pick rate. But you can look down here, see someone like Thresh who has a 52% win rate and a 21% pick rate in D2 Plus. Again, this patch has kind of only been out for a day or so, but that's kind of crazy. So you can use these stats to help yourself win more games. You can also look, up here at the ranks and see, okay, D2 Plus Thresh has a 52% win rate, but I'm a player, I'm a gold player, right? Now let's go down and find Thresh. Where is he at? He's at a 50%. So what does that say? Thresh is probably going to be better in higher ranks than he is in lower ranks. So you can use this website for a lot of different things, right? But mainly win rates is what I use it for. You can also use something like u.gg, which again, I'll sort by D2+. You look up your champion, you could see the best runes available, the best build path available, so on and so forth. So just, I'm not going to go over every little detail from these websites, and there's more websites available, of course, but use all the resources that are available to you to help set yourself up for success when you get into the game. Not everything that you do to help yourself improve and get better at the game is going to happen in the game. Make sure you use everything outside the game as well. The last thing that you could do is watch educational content that's free, not something that you have to buy with a Patreon or spend money for coaching, stuff like that. Someone like this really cool guy Nasteey on YouTube who has a whole playlist called Tips and Tricks for Climbing and Improving, where he uploads videos, specifically for support players, but videos that'll help you learn more about the game, stay up to speed with the game, whether it's tier lists or tips and tricks for champion, or champion guides or best bot lane combos, stuff like that. This is just a very selfless plug at the end of the day. But it is what it is. There's other, educational, informative content creators out there as well. So watch these videos. That'll help you learn the game as well. And also, again, just to kind of wrap things up here, I don't think coaching is bad. I think coaching can actually be really, really helpful, but there's other things to do as well. But, if you have done all the work, if you've watched content creators who upload educational content, if you watch educational streamers, if you've done the research, if you've used other websites to look at win rates and runes and build paths, if you've watched your own replays, if you've done all this stuff and you're still struggling, yes, I think coaching can be very good, especially if it's someone like me. Wow, look at that. 2 selfless plugs in the same video. I also coach myself, so I'm not going to say I'm the best coach of all time. There's people out there who've done a lot more than I have, but I have a whole playlist here of coaching sessions that I've done. So if you guys are interested in some coaching from me, more than happy to help. Check out the link in the description. Send me a DM. Drop a YouTube comment. If you try to reach out to me in any way, I'll make sure I get back to you and we'll set that up. I charge $20 for a coaching session and it lasts typically about an hour. So, I would love to, make some money. $20 an hour is pretty cool. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to shove my coaching down your guys' throats because, again, I think there are other things that you can do to set yourself up for success before you go to the last result, which is coaching, which I do think can be helpful. But do everything else first. Don't don't give away your money to people right away. Take some time, do the work, put in the research, and if things still aren't going well, sure, reach out, book a coaching session with me or someone else. So that is my thoughts on coaching, whether or not it's a scam. At the end of the day, I don't really think it's a scam. I think it can actually be pretty helpful. Looking forward to potentially coaching some of you guys. So feel free to reach out. Looking forward to that. Thank you guys for watching to the end of this one, though. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.